of what is occurring in the Middle East.
With me in the studio is BBC Arabic's Mohamed Taha. Good morning to you, Mohamed. Let's just start with what happened overnight, the hospitals that were very close to some targets.
Indeed, there is that escalation in the southern Beirut. Again, targets to near hospitals, places that are crowded with civilians, places that are very close to the airport. And we saw these kind of attacks happening usually when there is an envoy in the region. There is Hochstein envoy, American envoy in Lebanon. He was in Lebanon yesterday. Now he is in Tel Aviv. And it looks like Israel like to negotiate under fire, if I may say. So they escalate fire to make some changes on the ground, on the negotiating table. The two main points on the negotiating table at the moment is to separate Gaza negotiations from Lebanon negotiations. So ceasefire in Lebanon shouldn't be linked with Gaza. And the second one is the Israeli military presence in southern Lebanon. Apparently, Israel wants to replace the UN forces in southern Lebanon. That's why they want to do some changes on the UN resolution 1701. And apparently, the Lebanese government and Hezbollah are really adamant in that changing. That's why we cannot see much movement in that regard.
Okay, so there's a lot on the table, as it were, under discussion, and US Secretary of State Antony Blinken is due to arrive in Israel in the next few hours. He's already released this 5-point plan that we've just outlined as to what he hopes to discuss and achieve. What are people saying about this next visit? His 11th, isn't it, to the region?
Yeah, his 11th and might be the last before the US elections. He's really trying to achieve something, trying to get the hostages released, trying to broke a ceasefire. But apparently also when he comes with some escalation, military escalations from both sides, because they are trying to negotiate under fire. In the current situation in the region where Israel is trying to prepare to attack Iran, there is massive escalation in Jabalia, and they are trying to separate northern Gaza into two parts. They are trying to stay in southern Lebanon. There are many questions are being asked whether Antony Blinken will be able to strike a deal or not. There is an Israeli insistence to stay in Gaza in the military presence, stay in Lebanon is a military presence, and both Hamas and Hezbollah, they do not accept any deal without Israeli withdrawal from both Gaza and southern Lebanon.
Okay. Mohamed, thank you very much indeed. Well, let's discuss all of this with Ian Parmeter, who is former Australian ambassador to Lebanon and current research scholar at the Centre for the Arab and Islamic Studies, Australian National University. Good to have you on BBC News.